Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the astute Aardvark studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep 3. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to check us out on social media over there at on your Twitters. It's actually at Winners Whiners, and of course we are on Facebook as well under Winners and Whiners. Check those out, won't you? And let us know what you're playing, of course. Tell us if you're tailing the deep three, maybe even fading the deep three, God forbid. And most importantly, tell us what you're playing on your own. Tennis, golf, a lot going on right now. And we've also got, what else we got? Well, of course, basketball's over, hockey's over. So it's full steam ahead on baseball and those other sports out there where there's money-making opportunities. Ladies soccer is going on right now, always men's soccer. So let us know what you're playing when you get them right. Of course, we will give you the much-coveted shout-out on our next video. And if you are the top capper, you will be richly rewarded as being named the capper of the day. So that's it's always quite a battle for capper of the day, and I always like to see who's bringing home the bacon. So. And of course, don't forget to check out our sponsors, winnersandwhiners.com, statsalt.com. They're the straws that stir the drink. They're the ones that write my checks, so check those guys out. And of course, I think I called them our sponsor. It's actually our company, so yeah, sorry. It's still late. And of course, our latest and greatest sponsor over there, repping in the state of New Jersey, pointsbet.com. Check them out. They've got a lot of great welcome specials, very cool props. And yeah, if you're a New Jerseyite, no better place to bet than pointsbet.com. All right, quick recap of yesterday. Ain't going to take long. 0-3. There you go. Thanks for playing. Thanks for tuning in. We had the Kansas City team total under, and we actually capped it at 4.5. It ended up being 3.5. Here's the deal, guys. As you guys know, I do these the night before. Team totals do not come out until later in the day. So what I've got is what I had a total on that one of 9. And Detroit with Matt Boyd was about minus 130. I'm thinking when it's 130, 120, 130 to 140 is kind of in that gray area. It's either going to be they're going to divide it up evenly, 4.5, 4.5, or they're going to go 3.5, 5.5. I thought it was unlikely with Detroit. In their situation and with having the scoring woes that they did, I didn't think it would be. I didn't think they'd put 5.5 on Detroit. So what they did, they ended up making it 5.5, 3.5 with the Tigers and the Royals team total under 3.5. I say all that to say this: didn't matter one damn bit as the Royals found a power surge and took care of business there. I think it ended up being 8-2, 7-3, something like whatever it was. I lose interest once they go over our total. So either way. We didn't win that one. We didn't win Red Sox. We had the Red Sox on the run line looking for value there, and they did not do their thing. They were down early. They ended up catching up and winning 7-6. And we all saw the Toronto Golden State under that. I'm going to be honest with you, that bet was never competitive from the beginning. They came out firing and slowed down a little bit in the second half, but couldn't quite get there to help us out as that one went well over the 211. So Goose-a-roo, we go on that. A little better on the premium side. We go 1-2. We had the Braves. We also had we had Detroit to take care of business against the Royals. They did not do that, as you guys noticed. And we had the San Diego, Colorado under 11.5. We'd kind of been living on the edge here, playing some unders in Colorado, and you know what's going to happen eventually. There, we had a pretty good pitching matchup. I like the setup. I thought we might be able to sneak one more out, but we did not. And I think they scored 43 runs in that contest, so just barely lost. But on we go to today's picks, all right, everybody? We're going to start off with the battle there in the American League West as the Seattle Mariners travel down to the other city by the bay to take on the Oakland Athletics. Marco Gonzalez starts for Seattle against Chris Bassett for the A's. The one I'm looking at here is I'm looking at the Seattle team total under 3.5. You know what? Let's start by saying the Mariners have been very bad since their blazing start. But after a recent 2-12 stretch, at least they've gone 4-5 over their last 9. Scoring runs, that hasn't been the problem, as they've averaged 7 runs per game in those 9 games, and they've scored 5 or more in 8 of those 9 contests. And speaking of fading after a hot start, less than a month ago, Chris Bassett had a 1.93 ERA and a WHIP of .93. That was over his first 5 starts. Since then, he's made 4 starts. He's got an ERA. He has an ERA in those 4 starts of 6.20 and a WHIP almost .6 worse of 1.52. That is not a pitcher trending in the right direction. I think Seattle gets theirs. Give me Seattle team total over 3.5. And taking a look in the National League East once again as the Arizona Diamondbacks take on the Washington Nationals. Robbie Ray goes for the D-backs against Max Scherzer from Mizzou for the Washington Nationals. You know, Max is having a great season, and he's finally starting to get some wins. He had been snake bit there for a while, as he sat at 2-10. The Nationals were 2-10 in his 12 starts. But he's been better lately. He's won his last 2. And he's really been outstanding in his last 4 games. He's given up just 2 earned runs in those 4 games. 20 hits, 39 Ks in 27 innings. Very, very outstanding, as Max Scherzer just pretty much said, well, I guess if you guys aren't going to get me a win, I guess I'll just have to do it myself. Robbie Ray has a 3.54 ERA and 37 in his year so far. But here's the problem with Robbie Ray. He's got 37 walks in just 76 1/3 innings. He's been better lately. He's managed to control it a little better lately, as he's given up just 1 free pass in his last 2 games. But, you know, here's the deal. Washington is scoring at a pretty good clip. Until they ran into the buzzsaw with Greinke, the Nats had averaged 5.8 runs per game in their last 10, and in those 10 games they scored 4 or more every single time. I think 4 or 5 off of Robbie Ray and the Diamondbacks pen is probably what we're looking at, and I think that if they get to 4 or 5, I think that's going to be enough to cover the run line. Max is in the zone. You know, we all know about the Nats pen. It ain't good. The good news is Max has gone 15 innings in his last 2 starts. Went 7 in one, 8 in another. Limits that visibility of the terrible, terrible Washington Nationals pen. You know the way it works around here. We bet the Washington Nationals. We get a lead and we sweat the 8th and 9th. It's the Washington way. Give me the Washington Nationals on the run line. And finishing off, we're going to take a little swing at the dog. I'm going to try to incorporate some more dogs. I'm not going to call them the dog of the day because that's already been done. But yeah, we'll figure out something. But I'm going to, as always, you guys have creative ideas. So if you have any idea for what my dog play should be, let me know that. I'm not going to say we're playing one every day. There's not every day that there's one attractive. But we're going to take a look here at the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. Baltimore's catching a nice price, plus 178. Andrew Cashner goes for the Birds against Eduardo Rodriguez for the Boston Red Sox. We're gonna take a flyer on Cashner. Both these pitchers, if you look, they have almost identical stats as far as their ERA, as far as their WHIP goes. But here's the weird part: the Birds are 8-5 in Andrew Cashner's starts. Now, why is that a remarkable deal? You say, well, that's just a little better than average. Why is that a big deal? Here's why: because Baltimore is just 13-41 in everybody else's starts. All right, they've won 21 games, and Andrew Cashner has started 8 of them. So both these teams have underperformed this season. Obviously, their expectations were a little different, but Boston is not playing great ball right now either. They've won just 3 times in their last 8 games. You know what? Let's hunt a little value right here. Give me Baltimore plus 178. Give me the Washington Nats on the run line plus 105, and let's take a look at that Seattle Mariners to get their bats going and go over the team total of 3.5. At the end of these 3 games, you guys can pick up your winning tickets. You can join me, and we will all head back to the window. All right, we'll shimmy there. He's gone goofy, folks. All right, guys, let's take a look at the shout-outs for today, shall we? And there's some people had dandy days. There are some good numbers out there, gentlemen, and my lady cappers, because you never know. It's the internet. By the way, there's our record for June on our premium picks. Dropped a little bit this week. We're 16-15. Just kind of hovering right around there. We're ready to make our move. So if you want to get some more picks, you want to check out the premium service, please follow the link over there and get signed up. And we'd love to have you as one of our premium service clients. All right. So shout outs for today. We're going to start out. Johnny Dew had some advice that I thought was pretty damn good advice. He said, take the Detroit Tigers. He says, everybody take the Detroit Tigers on the money line. Johnny, I gave him the same advice. I thought that was a great play. Loved Matt Boyd. We've loved him all year. And he stunk up the joint. So, yeah, sorry about that. The Legion of Picks. He had the Diamondbacks on the money line for 2 units. He had the run line for plus 135. And he had the Rays for one unit. That one lost. And he also had the Rockies run line for plus 130 for 2 units. Fine day for the Legion to pick on those picks. He went 3-1. If my math is correct, that looks like plus 455. Stack left. So the Royals team total is 3.5. Where do you get your inflated numbers? I think we've covered that already. Stack left. Pull them out of my ass. No, making educated guesses. Usually I'll tell you guys if I think there's going to be a question about it. If I think it's going to be borderline, it could go either way. If I remember it, I'll mention it. I didn't last night, so you know what? It's a hard knock life, Stack. Sorry, brother. Either way, we got our asses kicked on that one. Kent P, he had the Boston under. That didn't quite get home, but everything else did well for him on his baseball side. He had the Colorado minus 143. Had the Twins on the run line, and he had his dog of the day, and that came barking home as he had the Los Angeles Angels plus 131. Also had a golf play that didn't work out so well, but still a pretty fine day there for Kent P, as he goes 3-2 for plus 114. Very nicely done, my friend. Nothing wrong with that any day of the week. Sorry, guys. Mark Richmond played a little women's soccer. He had Australia. Women's tennis, he had they had suspended over there. He had Kiki Bertens under 18.5 games. Then he had a very nice job on the Major League Baseball side, as he had Seattle over 10.5, the Braves over 9.5. He had the Nats over 9, and then he had a 3-team parlay with the Twins on the money line plus 10.5 and the over 10.5 in that game, and the Braves over 9.5. That's called a 3-team winner right there. Nice job, Mark. And he's got a couple of tennis plays, and they play like at 4 a.m. So I thought about waiting until those are over and then recording, but then I snapped back to reality and said, yeah, that's not going to happen. So Mark, put your if you think about it, give me the results if you already know the results before you post them, before you post today's picks, and let me know how you did. And we'll throw them on the record going forward for tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out a fair way to do that because I've got to name a winner before those are played. So let's put them on next day's action. And Mark ended up having a good day, a fine day, as a matter of fact. He went 3-1. Plus he hit that 3-teamer. According once again to my math, that looks like plus 790 as far as the units go. Well done, Mark. Excuse me, guys. And the Legion of Picks, he had. He's got another one, a tennis play that goes from tomorrow. Same deal with you, LOP. If you post your results for me, let me know on that one. That'd be cool. And he had Maria Sakkari for 2 units, and he had the match go over 2.5 sets, and she won in straight sets. That was for 1 unit, so he goes 1-1. But his 2-unit play won, so he's plus 90 on the day. And Benito Quevedo, pretty prescient capping right here, everybody. He said the Golden State Warriors are too tired from the last game. The Raptors will come back hot and angry after letting the last game slip. He says take the over and take the Toronto Raptors. That's 2 for 2 right there, my friend. Hope you got the Raptors on the money line or on the run on the run line. Anyway, I hope you got a little value there on the money line when it comes to the Raptors. But as you didn't mention that, I just got you at 2-0, and that's plus 200. So, as far as my honorable mentions go, of course, the one and only Benito Quevedo. Kent P, honorable mention, plus 224. Legion of Picks, plus 455, a total that would win most days, especially yesterday when we had the battle had the battle of the shoeless, and the Aardvark sneaked his victory out, breaking even. But today we have an actual serious winner, everybody. Mark Richmond putting together some very fine baseball picks, goes 3-1 on the day, plus he hit the 3-teamer, plus 790. Mark Richmond, once again, my brother, you are the capper of the day. Congratulations. And congratulations to everybody. Much nicer day today, guys. Much better records. Congratulations to all the winners. And you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to hearing from you in the comments section. Let me know what you're on, and you could be the next capper of the day. All right, you guys, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.